Happy Monday, guys. I don't know where you are in the country, but hopefully your weather is not bad. But just about everywhere in the Northeast is not good. All right, so the giveaway today is Storm #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Kirstine Danica Lim. And the hashtag, as always, is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. All right, so another light week. So what's coming out for Dynamite? We've got Vampirella Armageddon #9 and Thundercats and Silverhawks Road to War #1. And that is it, believe it or not. All right, so what do we got? We got some signed books tonight. Mix it up a little bit. Some interesting stuff. I brought back the surprised nobody jumped on it, the Absolute Batman, the full run. And let me see what else. And who knows? Oh, sketch cover commissions as well. This will be the last week we see that. So hang out. We're going to have a good time. We'll be right back. Hey, Robbie, what's going on, bud?
What's up? Just happy to be here on a magnificent Monday, Rex. How are you doing?
It's rainy, it's humid, it's warm, which the warm part's not too bad, but tomorrow it's going to be cold again. So, and you told me you got snow, right?
Yeah, it was snowing today. It didn't do anything, bad and stick or anything, but it was a lot of snow, which is crazy because it was like 80 degrees yesterday. So it's been one of those weather patterns across the country that's just been wild.
We had, I guess it was last week, we had 81 and close to 80 the day before. And then the next day it snowed. It was unreal.
That's crazy.
So
yeah, tomorrow's going to be in the 20s, they say, and then by the end of the week, we're back in the 80s. But Wednesday, I'm heading my way to Florida for MegaCon. So
that's
the
right.
weather should be a little bit better there. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great lineup. A lot of Dynamite creators are going to be there. So looking forward to saying what's up to a lot of people.
Very cool. So what is the movie of the night, my friend?
Man, we are smack dab in the middle of our celebration of the madness of cinema. We are talking about Martin tonight, which is an underappreciated, unconventional vampire film from George A. Romero. Came out in 1977. Love this film. I've covered it across many channels before. The first time we're covering it on Pop Culture Philosophers.
I have definitely not seen this one before.
Not many people have at all because it's they had weak distribution when it first came out, and it's been one that's rarely on streaming services, rarely pushed out on physical media. Right. But it's George A. Romero's favorite film in which he did. And of course, this is the man who created zombie genre fiction with Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. And Martin is one of his best films, I would say.
So have you been watching the World Baseball Classic?
I have. 100%. That was a ball at the end of the game yesterday. However, he should have swung at that because he could at least just fought it off, right? Like most people would swing at that pitch, but
it was real low though. I mean, it was way outside the zone. That was a bad call. But again,
he's been calling him low all night though. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. So I do want to say this. I am, when the Dream Team first entered the Olympics, it was 1980. What year was that?
That was 92, right? Yeah, 92.
I was very excited as a basketball fan, and it added a jolt to the Olympics.
Yeah, that still might be the greatest sports team across any sport ever assembled. It's the 92
But,
Dream Team,
but we
right?
knew at that point, international basketball was still growing. And I have to say, after this many years of that, I have to say I am against it. And I'll say this, and people might think it's controversial, whatever. So to me, the women's hockey team in the Winter Olympics reminded me of the Miracle on Ice. The men's hockey win, not so much. Okay, they're all a bunch of professional NHL players. Now I realize the women have a professional league, but it's small. They don't get paid the kind of money these guys get paid. So it was less exciting to me to see them win by an overtime goal, as opposed to women winning by overtime goal. That to me, and then I realized that I missed that amateur type of competition. Okay, it's like I would rather see college basketball players playing in the Olympics, and baseball. Well, the WBC is owned by MLB. All right, I mean it's a joke, and the only reason WBC exists is because MLB did not want to take a break during their season every 4 years to allow the players to play in the Olympics, right? So they hold WBC. I don't see what the difference is, because theoretically it happens around the same time, right? It's in between winter and summer Olympics. So not really sure how it makes a huge difference, but obviously from a dollar standpoint, it gives the MLB an opportunity to make more money. Okay, selling jerseys, selling names. But to me, it's like the game, the Dominicans against the U.S., that was essentially an MLB All-Star game.
Yeah, basically, right? I mean, I get that. Yeah, I can see that.
They were two teams that had nothing but MLB players. Okay, the two teams that had zero MLB players was Chechnya and Brazil. And in pool play, they went 0-4. Okay, Chinese Taipei, which is Taiwan, had 4. 2, I think, were affiliated at one point, AAA, something like that. And then 2 got invited to workouts with MLB teams. They went 2-2. That was impressive. Now, Taiwan has its own professional league. I actually watched the game there. It was interesting. It was different, very different. The park's about the size of a minor league ballpark, but you had an organized cheerleader, if you will. Someone who stood in front and organized the cheers. The concessions were interesting because they were traditional Chinese food, which I really enjoyed. The beer was a hell of a lot cheaper. I think like $2.50 for a can of beer. Okay, so that was a huge difference. So it was kind of fun. I imagine I've never seen a Japanese baseball game. I imagine it's very similar, if you will. So that was fun. So I was happy to see them go 2-2. I'm not sure. I think it's runs given up and then runs scored if you have a tie. But they lost out to South Korea that made it into the quarters, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they eventually lost. I forget who they lost to. So, but I got to tell you, I'd like to know what everyone else thinks. I think that the Olympics has kind of lost something, because when you have the pros enter the game, now basketball has evened out a little bit because international basketball has grown. So you have, players that are in the NBA. But again, it's pros versus pros. I'm looking at them like the Italian team who plays tonight, I believe.
Yeah, okay. They're playing against
dude, they have 2 players that were born in Italy. The rest are all Italian Americans. One guy's name's like, I don't know, it's like last name is English, like he's Smith or something. Okay, so in a sense, it's just not fair. Why not allow college players, amateurs, who have really no shot at playing the MLB, to take their shot at it? I think I would enjoy that a lot more, and there would be more parity.
I get what you're saying, and that makes a lot of sense to me. Me personally, I'm just happy to see baseball being played on an exceptional level anytime. And if I can get it early, like baseball season hasn't started yet. So if I can like see my boys play even during spring training or something, I think that's exciting. I like the World Baseball Classic though, because it seems like what it's become is kind of like the celebration of the countries that love baseball, because there's this really, it's crazy because I've been talking about it at work, right? And a lot of the people at work, they're not sports fans, and and they definitely aren't baseball fans, and they have this idea that nobody cares about baseball anymore, right? And I'm like, I get what you're saying. It's not as big as the NBA or the NFL by far, not like it used to be, but in Latin America and parts of Asia and parts of Europe, like baseball is like, I mean, in the Dominican Republic, in Puerto Rico, like baseball's huge, and that's why we get so many great players. So I think it's a great way to spotlight the countries that have produced some of the better professional players of the last few decades. I mean, going back all the way to like Roberto Clemente and before that, right? I like that spotlight on where a lot of these players come from. That's kind of my perspective.
Me, it just feels artificial and manufactured in a way. So I talked specifically about WBC. Okay, it is an MLB construct, so they can generate more revenue. It's so lopsided. Okay, all right. I mean, for Christ's sakes, Aaron Nola was a pitcher who gave the U.S. a chance. Okay, I know the controversy. The manager got it wrong. Thought they were in. But here's my point. Your entire team is full of superstars. It shouldn't make any difference who you play that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that excuse doesn't really fly. And I feel like a team like Chechnya, okay, is at a severe disadvantage. Yeah, I know. Who was it said that? They had a 35-year-old electrician, and he did good. He did really good against the best of the best in the world. So it just seems, I don't know. It makes it a little less exciting. I remember when basketball in the Olympics was college players, and you get a lot of different international players. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite things about that 92 Dream Team was that there was that one college kid that was on there, like they had a
Christian Leitner.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah, what a joke. I don't know why they took him.
It was something with the rule, right? They had to do it, or I don't know if they had to, or if it was just something they felt like they needed to. But I remember
he had a lousy NBA career too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Those were. I mean, I was young, like 92. I'm like 11, but like, I mean, your favorite basketball players are all on the Olympics, and they're all over McDonald's and things. It was crazy. And what was nuts about that is all of the people they would play would just be creamed, man. They would just be like blown away, and they were happy to do it because they were playing with Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing and Charles Barkley, and like they were like getting autographs from these people that were just whipped them on the court. And I love that. I don't know. That was a wild year, man.
Cool. I guess for me, it's like the Miracle on Ice. Okay, none of these guys played in the NHL. They were the underdogs, the Soviet team. Okay. And we knew the Soviets were supporting their athletes and doing all that. So in a sense, they were getting paid. So when they won, it was an incredible victory. Now it's like, come on.
See, and Space Case is making a point here, because that was the other thing when I'm talking to these kids that work with me. And when I say kids, I mean maybe like early 20s and stuff, some late teens. But like, they're like, why would there be a World Baseball Classic? Doesn't America win all the time? I'm like, y'all look crazy. I was like, Japan wins, Puerto Rico wins.
But why? But why though? Think about it. It's still MLB. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were predicted to be the underdogs against the Dominican team, right? But the Dominican team they're all there. They're all MLB players. Some of the best of the best. Soto. Okay. Japan has a professional league of their own.
Dude,
and would have crossed more players over earlier if it wasn't for the rule.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, the best baseball player of our generation is Shohei Ohtani. Okay. So
currently maybe right now, but I was surprised. I actually thought they were going to beat Italy, and I was really surprised. Italy I think might be the only team that's not lost. at this point. And
again,
I'm really surprised with them.
Players.
I heard everybody saying that's because they have the espresso machine in the dugout.
Maybe. But again, you're talking about a team filled with MLB players.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
they're great baseball players from across the world. The MLB is filled with international players. So I like this as a celebration, especially when it comes to like the Dominican Republic and Venezuela. I think that's awesome. And Japan. I mean, you know that. Like huge stars come from Japan. It's baseball cultures, man. And I like that. I think it's a celebration of baseball cultures. And I like that. But I get what you're saying. Then you watch the College World Series, Rex, right?
Yeah, I mean, so
come down here and watch the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
For me, it's kind of like softball. Okay, watching softball in the Olympics has a meaning to me. Okay, because they're trying. Okay, they're trying to run professional leagues. They've done it before. They've all crashed out. There are 2 now. All right, and they're struggling to get traction. Okay, there is more interest. Okay, so when they play softball in the Olympics, it has meaning. Okay, you're taking the best of the best in the world, and they are amateurs, and they don't do it for any other reason. Okay, for me, when you're getting paid millions of dollars to do something, I mean, it's for me. Are they though? Space Case. Aaron Nola is not playing for his country. His country is the U.S. All right. Love the guy. Hope he does well with the Phils this year. But is he playing for his country? Because he was born in the U.S. He plays in the U.S. He played baseball in the U.S. Okay. Yet he's playing for Italy. And don't get me wrong. I understand why. An opportunity to play on that level, okay, is worth it. So something that not a lot of people know. I still have the letter. I just didn't have the money. That was the unfortunate part. But my daughter was invited to try out for the Chinese Taipei softball team, okay, when she was younger. The problem was we didn't have the money. She would have to spend at least 3 months in Taiwan. She could stay with my parents. But then to visit back and forth, to give up school for that period of time because she was going to be an incoming freshman in college, to give all that up was tough and disrupt her life because she wasn't, she gives lessons, and that kind of thing, but you can't make a full-time living doing that. So I understand going, and the USA was too crowded. That team was, the best of the best, the Jenny Finches, the Monica Abbotts of the world are competing for that team. So she had a much better chance of making the Chinese Taipei team. But it would have been difficult for her. She doesn't speak the language. So it would have been very difficult, and she wasn't making any money doing it. It would have been a point of pride. So I do understand why in Aaron Nola, maybe he couldn't make the USA team. He should have, but maybe he couldn't. And he had an opportunity to play for Italy. Why not? Okay, not quite the Olympics, the manufactured Olympics by Major League Baseball, because they don't want to lose revenue. They want to make revenue. But so I don't know. I feel like something's lost. Like Miracle on Ice can't happen again. Okay. Well, it sort of happened for the women. Okay. That to me was a big win. They went undefeated throughout the whole thing, won in overtime against their arch rivals, Canada. Okay. Who've always been, their headache. And the 2 strongest teams in ice hockey countries, US and Canada, end up in the finals. It just, I don't know, something's lost there.
One thing that's not lost, Rex, is right now we are across sports right now in a winning streak against Canada, and I say let's go.
Bunch of NHL players defeating a bunch of other NHL players. Yeah, I just feel like the amateur nature of it should still be there. I don't mean altogether like you can't make any money doing what you do, but if you make over a certain amount, I feel like you should be excluded. I don't know. Call me crazy. Dwayne, that's right. Okay, Olympic softball will come there. That's right. The what do they call it? The birthplace, not birthplace, but the the home of fast pitch softball is Oklahoma. That's for sure. Love to see it. Yes, Marcus, I would like to see the Jamaican bobsled team make a comeback. Guys who've never seen snow, that was the best movie of all time with John Candy. I'll never forget that scene when he walks out of the airport and he's walking out head down into the snow, and they don't move. They're standing there, they're not moving. That was the best. Alberto, what's going on? So I don't know, just a personal opinion. So speaking of Taiwan, so something that's very, very serious for me. So activity around the island by the Chinese Navy has increased. Okay, it was silent for a while. The prediction is China will make a move in 27. My concern is with the war going on now with Iran, China may make a move sooner than that because they know the U.S. won't do anything because we are depleted. Okay, after giving arms to Ukraine, after this war with Iran costing us $1 billion a day, something like that, it takes time to rebuild your stockpile. So I'm concerned they may move things up because now for them is the time. And with my parents being there, it's a concern. But it's very concerning.
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
Yeah, so a little bit nervous about it. So just yesterday or the day before, it was reported that the activity, China is always harassing Taiwan, flying planes over it into their identification zone, that kind of thing. But it was silent for a while, and I was thinking maybe they're backing off a little bit, making plans. What they'll probably try to do is blockade Taiwan. Nothing in, nothing out, because they don't really want to blow Taiwan up, but they will if they have to. But if they blockade around, and I'll tell you something else. Right now, we're so distracted. I'll be honest with you. I really don't see the point of this war with Iran. Okay, just being honest. If you are, if you lean red and you do agree, you have to explain it to me, because my concern is this. Thank you, Marcus. The chips. 75% of high-end chips are actually made in Taiwan. China knows that. If they blockade the island, okay, everything we have, our phones, our computers, even our cars, what are we going to put in them? Okay, so I don't think people see the seriousness of that. And so Space Case, it wasn't a blockade, but they have been having exercises to practice a blockade. That's why everyone thinks a blockade could potentially happen, because it makes sense. If they blockade them out, keep people from coming in, keep people from coming out, they accomplish what they want without having to blow up the island. Because if they don't want to blow up the infrastructure, it doesn't make any sense to them. They will if they have to, but they don't want to. And you blockade somebody long enough, they're going to surrender. And then essentially Taiwan becomes Hong Kong, which is not great. Yeah, there you go, Bar Lord. Good point. All right. So anyway, so before we get too far over the break, the giveaway tonight is Storm #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Kirstine Danica Lim. Hashtag is EXP Monday, all lowercase. So sorry, I usually stay away from the controversial stuff, but this is something that I'm concerned, okay, because of what's been happening. And unfortunately, the West doesn't really understand, okay? The attention isn't really there. And our presence in Asia Pacific has been pulling back, okay, for years. And it's making things more unsteady. So I know the Australians are nervous, Japanese are nervous, and South Koreans are nervous. Okay, because overall, China has a much larger Navy and Army than all three countries combined. So without U.S. support, it's dangerous. And I'm amazed. I was having a conversation with a friend who didn't really understand, okay, his response without forgetting that my parents were there. Who the F cares about Taiwan? And then I had to explain to him, where do you think you get your high-end chips from? Okay. And then well, we're making them here. Do you know how long it takes to tool up? Okay. And the education you need. It's not like peeling potatoes or butchering meat. Okay. It's a high-end skilled labor.
Yeah, you can't just create an industry overnight that's not already in existence in the country, really.
It would take, from what I hear, the estimate is if you go full bore, it would take a decade to be able to make, to get to that, even close to that point. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you how it's Space Case, how we got there, how we segued into that. Thank you, Marcus. That's probably true. That number's probably truer. We were talking about WBC, Chinese Taipei, and how they went 2 for 2 in pool play, even though they only had 4 MLB connected players, not guys that are on active rosters, to the blockade, because that's fresh news. I just heard it. A friend of mine called yesterday because his son-in-law works for DOD, and he had heard some rumblings there. So he called me. I don't know if he was allowed to, but it's open news. Like the Taipei Times is talking about it. So it's not like it was top secret, but he called me concerned, which made me concerned, which then made me look it up, because I've been kind of just, not really paying too much attention to the news. But all right, so the giveaway tonight is, did I say that already? I did. All right, so what do we got here? So we have some really neat sketch covers, some, dribs and drabs of stuff we have. Let me see. Some signed books. And then, of course, the new Dynamite books coming out Wednesday. All right, so we're going to take our first break. When we get back, we will do shout-outs. Hang out. We'll be right back.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on this
And
shadow.
Sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
Awesome. Hey, we're back. All right. So, Alberto, we do not have any sushi CCAs today, but Jeff has a preview.
What's up, guys? How are you? Robbie, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm enjoying it one day at a time, right? Only thing we can do here at Dynamite. So what I'm going to show you is it's still being rendered as the final cover, right? But I know Alberto's been on a Disney sushi kick, so I'm going to show him something that will bring top secret straight to the phone. All right, that is Aladdin and Company flying out of the Cable Wonders. That's going to be a Dynamite.com exclusive. That original art will be available once that comes out. I need more sushi for sure. Yes, we'll have tons of sushi covers. She's doing a lot of Disney stuff for us right now. There may or may not be a Princess Jasmine and or a Genie in the works, guys. But check that out. Yeah, go to Dynamite.com. That's coming out a couple weeks. We have an Ursula 2 that she did. That's coming out on the April 1st, I believe. And then I believe, April, May, June is the Aladdin release. So look forward to that, guys. It's going to be awesome. Alberto, thank you for the other night. Appreciate you guys. Robbie, Rex, have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm out.
All right. So there you go. There's the answer. Cue the Steppenwolf song.
But I'll get him some more. I got you.
All right. So coming your way sometime in the near future, I guess. All right. So, all right. So Robbie, so you fly out Wednesday?
I drive out Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday morning. We're driving.
How far drive is it?
About 10 to 12 hours, depending on how many stops you make.
That's far.
Yeah, that's a fun drive. It's like half a day. It's fun. It's fun.
Hitting the Buc-ee's?
No.
No,
I have a Buc-ee's near me. I'm 20 minutes away from a Buc-ee's if I want to. We've had this discussion. I don't like Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is too much for me, man. I'm like, I'd rather go to the Loves across the street where there's not like 80 people stopping my way to take a picture of a stupid statue or something like that, or buy a T-shirt. That's just me, though.
Hey, I have a T-shirt. I'll try to wear it next Monday.
Of course you do. Now, if there were Wawas on the way, though, I'd stop there. So, because I've never been to one of those. I think there is one on the way.
There's one in Orlando.
Yeah, I think there is.
They have invaded that territory.
My buddy actually called me today. He just got into Orlando today, and he was calling me to kind of update me on our hotel situation. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to go to Bahama Breeze and watch the Venezuela game tonight. I was like, oh, man, I can't wait. I'm jealous.
All right, so you have to stop at a Wawa on your way down at some point during your trip so we can compare notes.
Do they sell Wawa shirts? Should I get a Wawa shirt?
I don't know. You know what? Let's look. That's a good question. No one here would buy it, but let's see. Well, I know they make them because they make them for the employees. I never thought to ask. Let me see. Wawa T-shirt. They do. They do, and they're pretty cheap. I don't know if they're licensed. Printervol.com has one for $13.
Oh, wow.
Shine has one for $5. Let's see. I don't know if they're properly licensed, but they do sell them. They have a tie-dye one, though. That's pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
They wear those during Hoagie Fest. So I don't know what time of year that is, but they have something called Hoagie Fest, and all their hoagies on sale.
Hoagie Fest sounds great to me, Rex.
Let me see. What file? What file did I send you, Jay?
No, I was just saying, there's not a lot of books, so Rex is killing time. Yeah, Rex didn't forget the thing. There's just not a lot of books this week.
Yeah, and I tried to get with Jeff and Gore to see what else we had of other titles. It's been light this week. So I brought back some signed books, some neat ones. So we'll take a look at those. So let's do shout outs. All right, so here we go. All right, so weird first in the house. What's going on, bud? Preston in the house. Let's see, Space Case, of course. Nice and hot in Cali. CJ, what's happening, bud? Obviously not hot where you are, since you were talking about snow and wind. Hopefully we didn't lose you. Let's see. Lorena, what's going on? Marvel fan, what's happening, bud? Kenneth, what's happening, buddy? Barlord, how are you, bud? Dwayne DePayne, what's going on, Dwayne? Mike Asbill, how you doing? Let's see. Who else is in the house? Marcus, of course, as always. John Coe, how you doing, bud? Let's see. I think I got everyone. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? Alberto, of course. And I think that is everyone. Fat Signal, how you doing, man? So has anyone heard from John Castle? I'm curious. I know his brother was sick and he was kind of taking care of him. Hope they're doing okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him for a minute.
Becky, what's happening? Becky has her Bucky's t-shirt on right now. I got to find mine. I may wear it here on the show on Monday if I can find it.
Go for it, man. That sounds great, dude.
Kaylee, what's going on?
Thanks for joining us. You can have some sugar brisket with it too, man.
Hey, the brisket was good, man. I'm just saying. All right, Edward, that's good to know. Not yet, Marcus. All right, so let's get to some books. All right, first up, we got giveaway. Storm #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Kirstine Danica Lamb. Hashtag is #EXP Monday. All lowercase. Just enter it once in chat and you're good to go. So as always, we have the, you know what? I actually saw that one, Marcus. Believe it or not, it wasn't Bruce Lee, but it was a Kung Fu something or another with a cat in Mandarin. It was kind of funny, actually. I did see that one. All right, Dynamite 10-pack of reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, so a $40 retail or higher. And as always, as a thank you to the group, we've got it for $5. The DF Mystery Box, best deal we have ever had. You'll get 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers or one of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed. Hey, Unknown. And we've got it for $85. I'm going to discount it again because need things moving. And I'm going to discount it to $70 tonight. That's the lowest I think I've ever had it. $70. 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers, okay, is $200 alone. All right, you're going to get two of either the slabs or 2 of the metal covers or 1 of each. That's up to you, your decision. All right, and then the other things are just bonus, cake on top, which is 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues.
And if you really want it and request it, Rex will throw an actual cake on top. Put all the books in the box and just put a cake on top of it, smush it down.
I don't think I can do that. There must be laws against that. And I'm doing it for $70. I can't get no cheaper than that, people. All right, Cold Slither, #1 with Cold Slither cover sketch by Ian Wallace. This is a nice one.
Yeah,
I guarantee if no one picks this up, Jeff wants it. Okay. Jeff is in love with this fake made up band.
It's a great episode of G.I. Joe, man. It really, really is too. And it's
yeah,
so,
but
so
what
cool.
kills me is it is a fake made up comic book band played in real life by another made up band.
Yep.
That is an actual band in real life, but doesn't use their name as the actual band because they're the Cold Slither.
Dude, it's like G.I. Joe Inception you just described right there.
It's crazy, but all right. I had this at a new artist IP price of $50.
Yeah, the color work on this is really good too. I really like this.
It is super cool. All right. So then we have Iron Man #600 with Iron Man versus Thanos cover sketch by Joe Delbiato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99. CVB, what's up? And we have this one for $65.
Very cool. This is a like early 90s era Iron Man armor, so it gives Infinity Gauntlet vibes. I believe this is the armor he was wearing during that era.
That's right, Jay. You're correct. All right. Powerpuff Girls #1 with Powerpuff Girls cover sketch by Tracy Medina, Joe Delbiato, and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99. And we have this one for $65.
This one's super cool. Very, very accurate to the look and tone of the show as well.
All right. So then we have Witchblade #1 with Witchblade cover sketch by Josephine Tamarchio. Also at a new artist IP price of $50.
Witchblade's hair looks like that because she was just auditioning for the Cold Slither band.
Oh, God. Lead singer.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have Batman Deadpool #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Will Torres. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
I really like this one. It's cute too, you know, putting the bat ears on tape. You know, in fact, he could have done like a Mariano special and actually taped actual bat ears on him and made it like a collage.
Oh, God.
You should give that idea to Mariano.
I'll leave it to you. All right. Still doing sketch cover commissions. Artists Jessica Court, Tracy Medina, and Jake Grave are available. You pick the artist, the character, and the blank. If we have the blank. If you don't care what the blank is, then we can send them anything, even if, for example, if you pick, we have Batman, but if you pick Batman and we don't have the blank, we'll send a Superman blank. If you don't care about that, it'll work. All right, so where's John? You're pretty close, CVB. John did not come back from the shore over the weekend because he's going to stay there until Wednesday for St. Patty's Day. So that is where John is. He sent me a text. Let me see. The text said, "Bro, I always try to give you a heads up ASAP. I'm probably staying down in LBI, Long Beach Island, for St. Patrick's, and I won't be back until Wednesday night, most likely. So if he makes it back Wednesday, it'll be a miracle." So
yeah,
John is living.
I'm sure he's going to have a good old time tomorrow for St. Patty's Day, man.
You know it. All right. So the commissions, I'll probably have it again Wednesday.
When do you think? When do you think John's going to first start posting his like breakfast beer like pictures? You know, like 7 in the morning.
What time is it now?
Kegs and eggs, everybody. At 5:45, he's probably already doing it, right?
No, he's retired. He probably won't make it there until 9:30, something like that. So, you know, John, living large. All right. So, still available. I have more than one set. Absolute Batman set, issues number 1 through number 14. They are different prints, and I have a list today. So hold on. All right. So number 1 is 11th print. What you got?
That Cold Slither book sale?
Not yet. I know. I already told them you want it.
If no one's claiming it, I'm claiming it.
Fair enough. So last chance, people.
I just saw it on a thing. I was like, nobody's catching up. I'm claiming it.
Oh, no. So snow is falling in Pittsburgh and heading our way.
I thought you were going to tell me somebody was claiming it. I was going to fight him.
Well, that's up to you, but you have to fight them in the snow.
Jay knows about my kung fu. They don't want that stuff.
He doesn't know kung fu. I'm just being honest. All right. So number 1 is 11th print. Number 2 is 8th print. Number 3 is 7th print. Number 4 is 6th print. Number 5 is 5th print. Number 6 is 5th print. Number 7 is 5th print. Number 8 is 3rd print. Number 9 is 3rd print. Number 10 is 3rd print. Number 11 is 3rd. Actually, 12, 13, 14, they are all 3rd print. All right, so probably Wednesday is the last time I'm going to see it, this set, because I got to give it up somewhere else, try to sell it if no one here is interested. But the EXP group always gets first shot. So there you go. All right, so some just odds and ends books, depending on what you like. We've got Dork number 1, 2nd print. Got that for $10. All right, Something is Killing the Children, number 1.
Hey, we got a claim for that Cold Slither.
Oh, that's Jeff.
Oh, I know.
So I'm going to give it to Jeff. He wants it. So if nobody else wants it, it's going to Jeff. Letting you guys know. So I'm going to pencil Jeff in. But since Jeff is an employee, you could sneak it out right from under him. That's right, Jeff. You heard what I said.
Need to clarify that Something's Killing the Children. It's a 10th printing, number 1.
Ah, 10th printing. Okay.
And it's got a super cool, like, prismatic kind of shiny effect to it on the cover. It's really awesome.
You know, I almost asked about that because I was like, there's no way this is a first printing for $6. So
no. Okay, so 10th print. Gotta tell me this stuff ahead of time, Corey. What about the Virgin?
It's Glow in the Dark, same thing.
Same thing, 10th print. Gotcha. So Glow in the Dark.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we had that one for 6 as well. Yeah, you still got Becky Bate. You want the regular one or the Virgin? And yeah, Jeff, still got to fill out the form, dude. Just saying, or you have to deal with Amy. All right, so Becky, you need to let me know which one. Give Becky a second to respond. Unknown. Yes, it is. I'm not going to test it for you, though. Becky, the regular. Gotcha, Becky. All right.
Nice. And Unknown wants to Glow in the Dark.
All right. So Unknown wants this one.
And Alberto, I said it in the chat. I'll say it here to everybody. I would highly encourage that Absolute Batman set for $70 for anybody who wants to read the book, because it's every issue up to date pretty much with their current printings, and it's a fun read.
All right. So next up, we got X-Men United, number 1, Scotty Young variant. I have this one for $5. Never underestimate the lure of sparkly covers.
I never do. They always lure me. Is that why, like, fishing lures can be shiny? Is it the same
Why
thing?
are you a fish?
Like, if someone throws a shiny comic book cover out on a fishing line, a bunch of us just run up and grab it and get stuck on it and hauled up somewhere.
Probably.
We come out into another world. We're like, what's going on? We're flopping around. We have no idea where we're at. We're in another dimension. Wouldn't that be crazy? Think about what a fish feels like when they get snatched out of the water. That's a whole new reality to them, man. Think about that. That's nuts, man. Imagine if some extra dimensional entity pulled you out of it. Rex, how would you respond? That's crazy.
I have no idea, my friend. You have way too much you think about. All right. All right, Becky, gotcha. All right, X-Men United number 1/125 ratio, Lou Pacino variant. This one we have for 15. All right. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 46, Michael Cho variant.
Beautiful. Beautiful nice cover, man. The cover is so amazing on this. Michael Cho's amazing. He's doing some great covers for Space Ghost as well, y'all. Get some Michael Cho work in your life.
There you go. From Robbie himself. All right. Star Wars Shadow of Maul number 1. Got this one for 5.
Usually when there's a new Star Wars comic book from Marvel, it's a new number 1. I'm like, oh man, I guess I'll read this for my comic book review. Ugh. I actually liked this one. This was cool. I thought it was neat. I guess it's like a prequel to an upcoming animated series, but yeah, I actually liked it. Yeah, I'm a big Darth Maul fan, so I thought this was pretty solid.
I watched it because I canceled Disney Plus. So
that's right.
I don't watch
living stream free, man.
I don't know, John Co. But if you send me an email, I can try to find out. Make 2, what's up, bud? All right. Then we have Sonic the Hedgehog number 85. This one for 5.
I like comic books for many, many reasons, for collecting, for reading, all that kind of stuff. Some people like comics for an investment opportunity. And I'm not saying you're going to become rich doing this, but do not underestimate Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. They always increase in value months after they go out of print because there's always new people wanting them. The fan base is very rabid for this stuff.
So Make 2, where are you, bud? Are you in the States or are you still traveling, buddy? Just curious. Hope you're doing well, man. All right, now the signed books. First up, we got Gargoyles number 1, signed by Greg Weisman. Suggested retail is $29.99. I had this one for $20.
It's pretty cool. Gargoyles number 1, signed by the creator of Gargoyles. That's freaking awesome. And you don't even have to go through the crowds at MegaCon this weekend to find them to get it signed. We got it right here for you. But if you are at MegaCon, say what's up to Greg Weisman. He's going to be there.
All right. Then we have Fire and Ice number 1, movie poster cover, signed by Sarah Frazetta. See, I didn't do it again, guys. MSRP of $79.99. I have this one for $50.
This is a gorgeous cover and a great and important signature. If you are a Frazetta fan or a fan of Franzetta, you should definitely check this one out.
Cool. Welcome back, Make 2. All right. Thank you, Jay. Then we have Elvira in Horrorland, number 1, signed by David Avalon. MSRP of $74.99, and we have this one for $35.
Great book, great creator. I just had David Avalone on for the second time a couple of weeks ago on my channel. We went for about a 2-hour conversation. Really great stuff, especially if you love classic movie discussion. You definitely want to check out that conversation.
All right. Then we have Spawn Scorch number 17, signed in gold by Mark Brooks. MSRP of $89.99, and we have this one for $50.
Mark Brooks is an artist much in demand, hard to come across, definitely worth checking out.
Corey, what's up, bud? All right, then we have Space Ghost number 1, signed by David Propose in silver. MSRP of $69.99, and we have this one for $30.
Once again, you can get it right now, hassle-free. You don't have to work your way through crowds. But if you're going to be at MegaCon, you should also say what's up to David Pepose, because he'll be there as well.
I just had a quick question.
Yeah.
So, well, hi, Robbie. Real quick.
Hi, Amy.
The Gargoyles book.
Mm-hmm.
I want to claim it.
You do?
I do.
Okay. All right. You going to fill out the form?
I mean, what kind of person would I be if I didn't? Like,
I don't know. What kind of person would you be? But I got you down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sure if Amy doesn't fill out the form, she'll send herself.
Now, when
an
I
angry
pull the
reminder.
book, I'm pretty sure I have more than one. So if somebody else wants one, all right, I promise you. All right. All right. So Amy's claiming it. Need the form, Amy.
Understood. I hope everyone else does the same. Yeah, but I guess that's all I got.
All right. Sounds good.
But Robbie, I hope you're good. I hope everyone out there is good. I hope everyone's liking and subscribing and
All right.
do what they're supposed to do.
All right. There we go. And the internet might break. All right. So it turns out that is the last one. So Amy wants it, so it's hers. All right. So let's do a quick RexCap.
I love how when it was Jeff, Rex says he's an employee, so if somebody else wants it, but when it came to Amy, we know the real hierarchy there. So that he's like, Amy wants it, she's got it.
That right. You got that right. All right. So you know what? Let's take our second break and we'll be right back. So hang out. We'll be there.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
All right. The stalling on the brakes is really getting annoying. Oh my Lord. All right. So let's do a quick recap.
All right, so the giveaway tonight is Storm #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Christine Danica Lim. Hashtag is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. As always, we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. So $40 retail or higher, and as always, we have $5. DF mystery box, 2 CGC 9.8, 2 metal cover or 2 metal covers or one of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed. And we've got it for $70 tonight, one time only. 1 per customer. All right. So then we have Iron Man number 600 with Iron Man versus Thanos cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Powerpuff Girls with Powerpuff Girls cover sketch by Tracy Medina and Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Witchblade #1 with Witchblade cover sketch by Josephine Tamarchio. New artist IP price $149.99, and we have this one for $50. Batman Deadpool #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Will Torres. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then we have sketch cover commissions, and they are 100, and the artists available: Jessica Court, Tracy Medina, Jake Grave. You pick the artist, the character, and the blank. All right. Then Absolute Batman set issues number 1 through 14. They are various printings, and I have lists right here. Number 1 is the 11th print. Number 2 is 8th print. Number 3 is 7th print. Number 4 is 6th print. Number 5 through number 7 are 5th prints. Number 8 through number 14 are 3rd prints. All right. So then X-Men United #1, 125 ratio Lou Pacino variant. We have this one for $15. Then Amazing Spider-Man #46 Michael Cho variant. And we have this one for $8. Star Wars Shadow of Maul #1. And we have this one for $5. Sonic the Hedgehog #85. And we have this one for $5. Then Fire and Ice #1 movie poster cover signed by Sarah Frazetta. And we have this one for $50. Elvira and Horrorland signed by Dave Avalone. And we have this one for $35. And Spawn Scorch #17 signed in gold by Mark Brooks. And we have this one for $50. And then Space Ghost #1 signed by David Propose in silver. And we have this one for $30.
Got some really great signed books tonight, Rex. Some really good prices on them too, man.
Yeah, and probably last time you're going to see these guys. All right. So then the Dynamite books coming out on Wednesday. First up, we got Vampire Armageddon #9, cover A by Francesco Mattina. Then cover B by Lyrics Lee. Then cover C by Joseph Michael Linzer.
Oh, look, it's like she's about to decorate her Christmas tree is what it looks like there, right?
Got that right. All right, so. All right, Triple B, what's going on? Armageddon #9, cover D, cosplay variant. Then cover F, 110 ratio cosplay virgin. Cover G, 110 ratio Joseph Michael Linsner, Virgin. Cover H, 1:15 ratio Lyrics Lee, Virgin. Then cover I, the 1:15 ratio Francesco Mattina, Virgin. Then we have Thundercats and Silverhawks, Road to War, #1. Cover A by Sebastian Perez.
This is a great book, a little bit of a primer to get you pumped and ready for this upcoming Thunderhawks crossover, which so excited for. Ed Brisson is the writer of this book. He's also going to be at MegaCon. Lots of great Dynamite representation at MegaCon, y'all.
All right. So then we got cover B by Megan Hetrick. I did, Mike. It's probably the last time. I think I'm going to get in trouble with Nick. So it's probably the last time you're ever going to see that price. All right. Then Thundercats, Silverhawks, Road to War #1, cover C by Fabio Fela.
Another great thing about this one shot is if you haven't been reading Thundercats or Silverhawks, you can jump in right here. It catches you up and gets you perfectly set up for the event.
That's your mic. All right. Then cover D by Declan Shalvey. Ooh, that's a neat cover.
Man, I would love that on a t-shirt. That would be so cool, dude.
All right. Then cover E, the animation art variant. Cover F, the blind bag. Cover H, the 110 ratio Sebastian Perez, black and white. Then we have cover I, the 110 ratio animation art Virgin. Then cover J, the 1:15 ratio Declan Shalvey Virgin.
Man, I'm so ready for this. I've been waiting my entire life for a Thundercats Silverhawks crossover, Rex. You have no idea.
All right. Then we have cover K, the 1:15 ratio Fabio Fela Virgin. Then cover L, the 120 ratio Sebastian Perez black and white Virgin.
I just realized that last cover, that's an homage to the X-Men, that X-Men cover with Captain America, Wolverine, and Black Widow. I had to look at my poster over there just to double check. But yeah, the one right before this, that's pretty dope. Yeah, that's that Jim Lee cover of X-Men. That's awesome.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have cover M, the 125 ratio Megan Hetrick Virgin. And then finally cover N, the 130 Sebastian Perez Virgin. And those are the Dynamite books coming out. Steve, what's going on Wednesday? So light week for Dynamite and a light week for what we usually get in for the other publishers. So, and just so you know, Jeff and his buddy Gore are the ones that usually give me the books, and it's been light. So, and I tried to go through and collect some of the books I had, but I used them up, I think it was last week. So, I don't know. We may do medals for 50. I don't know. What do you guys think? But I
think a lot of people are always down for medals for 50. For sure.
I can grab a handful of them after the next break and bring them in for the last half hour just to fill it up a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So make two. What do you need the invoice for? Alberto, I have to look, buddy. So yeah, I heard Sushi was on the show with Jeff and Gore, and it was just flying with sketches she was doing on air. and they were flying out there. I heard Alberto was a big fan, which is always good to see. Yeah, she did a lot of sketches, I heard.
That's cool.
So
You know, at first, when I started seeing everybody talk about sushi covers, I was just like, is this a new trend? Is this a new thing? Like everybody's going to start drawing sushi rolls on a cover or something? That's what I thought y'all were talking about at first.
No. We're talking about an artist who came in. She did Whatnot on Thursday and did a show on Friday. And I think she appeared on Nick's original art show.
Very cool.
Very fast from what I heard, and everyone out there loved it. So that was good. Hopefully, I know she's doing more work for us, but hopefully she'll come by again. But I know she's coming from down south. I forget where. So it was a bit of a plane trip, and then, so hopefully, I hope so. I hope she made some money. That's good. I think Nick gave her to go ahead and do some stuff for us. So it should be interesting to see. So I know she'll be working on it. All right. So.
Nice.
Yeah, you may be right, Jay.
I saw somebody mention that she did like a nice Vampirella, and that's super cool. Speaking of Vampirella, Dynamite has a new Vampirella #1 releasing in April, I believe. And it's by Christopher Priest, part of his ongoing run he's been doing of Vampirella. And I just had a 2+ hour conversation with Christopher Priest that was fantastic. We talked about the industry. We talked about life. We talked about Vampirella. We talked about his philosophy on comic book writing and that creative process. And we talked a little bit about the history of all the different positions he's had. He's worked at Marvel. He's worked at Dynamite. He's worked at DC. So y'all should definitely check that out. Great conversation with Christopher Priest, and it's got me even more excited for a brand new jumping on point for Vampirella coming up very, very soon.
So I know everyone was a big fan of Sushi, and she does great work. But keep in mind that Mariano has been working hard to get new artists into the Dynamite umbrella, if you will, do sketch cards, sketch covers for the show. So support the new artists. We're doing the IP price night of $50. They're not exactly premiere, but they are introductory price. Josephine Tamarchio, and let's see, Ian Wallace, but that one's gone because Jeff claimed that one. But show some love to the artists, because the amount of work they get is how much Mariano ends up assigning to them. So if they don't sell, they don't get to sign new ones, generally speaking. So keep in mind, a lot of these people, they do work for hire work. So, they're trying to make money just like everyone else. And Mariano has a good eye for the artists. We've had a lot of new ones come on, and don't forget the old ones, like the commissions. Jessica Court, Tracy Medina, and new one, Jake Gray. Jake was cool. He came on the show, hung with us during the entire show, brought some people that follow him onto the show with us. So you get to pick the character, you get to pick the book, and keep in mind, you pick the artist, and we're doing it for $100, which is a commission sketch for $100. You tell me where else you can find that.
Yeah, pretty dope. I mean, you get to pick the artist and the character and the cover. That's awesome. I know a lot of people here are fans.
Yeah, well, the cover is going to be limited to what I have in stock, but we have most blanks. We have tons of blanks. But it depends. Obviously, a Dynamite blank is easier because we're actually a publisher. But we have tons of DC blanks. We have tons of Marvel blanks. So more than likely, if, I'm sure we have an X-Men blank. So if you pick an X-Men character, we can do that. Superman, Batman, that kind of thing.
I see a lot of people out there. They're doing the whole ironic bit right now. Anybody else think it's slightly ironic that song is not describing irony in any fashion? It's just a series of coincidences and unfortunate events. That's not irony Anyway, whatever.
So I think we might have some door blanks as well. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that, people. That's something I have to check out. If you actually are looking for that as a commission, I'll find out. All right. Let me see. Where do we leave off?
You know, maybe that's the brilliant bit of that song, Ironic, by Alanis Morissette, is that it's not true irony and it's actually based more on what people think ironic actually means. Maybe that's the irony of the song. Maybe
you are thinking a lot today.
I don't know, man. I mean, what would it be like if you're eating a bag of chips, walking down the street with your Walkman, listening to Ironic, and you got snatched into another universe? Everybody's like prisms staring at you, colors you've never seen. You're breathing from something you can't breathe.
Of the Galaxy.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
It sounds like you're describing a scene from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It might. Yeah, I'm just. You never know. What if we're just a universe within a cat collar? You never know.
And now we're talking Men in Black.
That was a Men in Black reference. I like make two ideas. Like Alanis Morissette's next song should be called Literally. That would be great.
Is there carbon monoxide in your apartment or what's going on?
I don't think so, man. Everything seems hunky-dory around here, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been watching lots of questionable movies, so.
Apparently. So, let me think. What is it? Week 2, I guess. 2 full weeks without streaming, the streaming services. So it's unbelievable.
How are you feeling? Because right now it seems like all you're doing is complaining about the World Baseball Classic. So I'm curious.
Watching some baseball. I'm doing okay. So
do you have cable?
No.
How are you watching?
I'm one of the first.
How are you watching the World Baseball Classic if you don't have any streaming service?
I have a digital antenna.
Oh, okay, word. So you have Fox Sports and all that, right? So
I have Amazon Prime. I kept it Prime because there's the other angle of it, buying stuff. And I kept Netflix because that was charging me like $9 a month, right? A lot of foreign films. So it's been okay. I've been able to survive. Sometimes I think I want to watch something and then realize I canceled that service. So that's kind of a pain. But little did I know, HBO, Disney, and Hulu, they have a package for $5 a month for the next 3 months. And I wouldn't have known that I guess I should have, but I was paying, I think, between HBO Max, Disney, and Hulu, I think I was paying like $35 a month. Now they're offering it for $5.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, I don't blame you on no. Craven, I would never pay. You can put it behind paywall. That just means I won't see it because that movie was awful.
Yeah. I don't know I think recently they were talking about. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Paramount and Warner Brothers and Netflix and all this stuff's kind of like all in the air. But Paramount talked about how they're going to be like rebooting their Spider-Man extended universe because they feel like it's not been working for them. And I'm like, no kidding.
Well, it felt like they were making movies so they could hold on to the license. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just so weird that they thought that they could build a Spider-Man universe that didn't involve Spider-Man, right? Like that's what's crazy. And the crazier thing is they could have put Spider-Man in all those movies. Marvel wasn't stopping them. Like they can't. Like they could have put Spider-Man in Venom. They could have put Spider-Man in Morbius. They could have done that, but they chose not to. It's just weird when you think about it. Just very weird.
So Mike Asbell, that is a very good point. So the problem, what finally made me pull the trigger was I realized I discovered that HBO, Disney and Hulu were dinging me twice separately. And they didn't tell me, warn me, or anything. So I'd originally gotten the Disney Plus Hulu. Then I won ESPN. So it turned out I was paying for 2 different packages. One was Disney Plus and Hulu. And the other one was HBO Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. I thought I was only at the time adding ESPN to my already existing package. I was wrong. And that pissed me off so much.
That's how they get you, right, Rex? Because you got to do this weird loop around thing to cancel first and foremost, and then re-sign back up with the bundle that you want as opposed to the bundle that you had.
Right. And I just ended up not doing that. And then discovered that I thought it would just kind of know. It was the same email. Right?
He's like, surely they won't keep docking me for $35 a month extra.
Yeah, it was crazy, right? So when I found that out, I was so pissed. I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm canceling everything, starting from scratch. And then when I did it, I felt like, you know what? It's kind of like not drinking or not eating sugar. I decided, you know, let me see. I'm going to go a month. No matter what they offer me, I'm going to go a month without doing it. And that's what I'm holding to.
And just like cutting out drinking or cutting out sugar, you're like, man, I kind of feel great after 2 weeks of this.
I gotta tell you, so it's not that bad because in the morning I watch the antenna because I'm watching like the local news or something like that. And then it turns out that Roku has a bunch of free channels. So, and I was doing this before. I was watching a lot of movies on that. And what's funny is a lot of movies that showed up on, like, say, HBO Max or other streaming services like Netflix would also show up on the Roku channels. Okay, albeit the Roku channels tend to have more commercials, and certain channels will bleep out the profanity, you know, things like that. Others won't, though. Like, I was just watching Sin City on one of the channels, and they didn't bleep out anything.
Nice.
Okay. So it's hit or miss, right?
Yeah, Tubi can be one of your best friends, especially when you're cutting the cord and cutting the streaming service.
I saw that Tubi is like what? Really cheap.
Tubi's free. Tubi is free.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's free and it's got tons of movies and tons of shows.
I probably already watch it.
You probably do then. Yeah, Tubi's great, man. Though the only weird thing about Tubi is like you watching, like if you're watching Sin City, right? And then somebody gets their head blown off, or you have a really like intense like adult scene, and then all of a sudden a toilet paper commercial comes on. It's a little weird, little tonal clash there.
So Mike Asbell, no, apparently not.
If Rex could find a way to accidentally pay for Tubi, he would have done it. It was part of part of a bundle.
Sign up. So the Roku channels just show up on my guide. So
definitely check out Tubi, Tubi. Like, I think you'll like it, man. If you don't have it already, like, you're gonna really like that.
I'll try it. Who knows? I'll try it. So, yeah, but I figure I'm saving close to what, $100 a month by canceling all these.
That's pretty awesome.
And HBO Max, you know, if they do another season of Dune, the TV series, I'd probably watch it. Okay, so when I get back onto it, I want to try something new, like Paramount. I didn't get Paramount because I was already paying for so many.
Yeah, and then you could just surf like month to month and just kind of absorb what you want from each service.
It wasn't that hard to cancel. So I got to say that, yeah, I may do that. Yeah, you know what, Mike? Now I'm going to check. You're right.
I was just looking up where to watch all the March Madness games. Man, they're all over the place, dude. They're on Paramount. They're on HBO, they're on TNT. I'm like, oh, so they're not on ESPN, which I pay for? Awesome. Okay, that's cool. I got to cancel my ESPN until WrestleMania, man, because I don't know, baseball's about to start. They got me. They got me, dude. I pay for Netflix and I pay for ESPN and Amazon. Those are the ones that I'm on.
Because I'm a Phillies fan, certain games are broadcast on local channels, so I can pick it up with my antenna. So I don't pay. I never paid because
see, I have to have MLB TV to watch. I have to have MLB TV to watch the Yankees, but
yeah, and that's not cheap. It's like for the season, like $169 bucks.
Luckily, I split that with a homie of mine, so luckily that happens there. Live sports are the ones that always get me though, Rex, because it's like to be able to have access. If you want live sports, you got to have so many different things. At this point, maybe I should just get cable again, right? But I don't know. It'd be weird. I'd never watch it.
I
Like
don't
I have
know.
ESPN and I never watch it, even though I love watching ESPN just on background noise. I keep forgetting I have it until it's the time for like the next wrestling event or something like that, because ESPN has all the WWE events now. Oh, whatever. It's like 5 weeks till WrestleMania though, so I'm going to pay for a month that I don't need. I should start watching more ESPN. That's what I need to do.
You see, I have T-Mobile for my internet, so I gotta look.
I
Yeah,
think
if I get
T-Mobile does like a MLB TV for free thing. Yeah, that's what Kyle just said.
I'll
Okay.
just
Yeah.
put them in the chat.
See, and that's the other thing to look for too. A lot of different services will give you something for free, just for the heck
Yeah,
of it.
that's why I'm trying to check out. Like Verizon really does it. I check. Unless you're somebody new, a new customer. But that's always the case. They want you to sign up, you're a new customer, and they'll give you all this free stuff. I've been with Verizon for like 20 years, probably longer, and I don't get anything. So I feel like you got to threaten to quit them in order to get the free stuff. Like all of a sudden, I'm eligible as a new customer for Hulu, Disney, and HBO Max all at once for $5 a month. That's nuts. You know, you guys are charging me like $60-$70 a month for all that. Now
It's
I
like
get $5.
It's like the big strategy for streaming services is them understanding and knowing that most people are going to forget to cancel, so make it difficult to cancel, even like to the point where you have to go to like if I do a lot of my subscriptions through Amazon, right? And Amazon's really cool because sometimes there's something on Paramount I want to watch, right? And every so often, if it's been long enough, they'll be like, do you want a 7-day free trial? And yes, I'll watch the show that I wanted to watch or the movie that I wanted to watch, remind myself to immediately cancel it. But yeah, like on that, you have to go into this thing, into this thing, into this thing to hit. And they know that. They know it's predatory a little bit. That's why they were double charging you for Disney, right? Because they get away with it. Because most people, they don't even notice the $10, $15, $20 coming out of that account that day on top of everything else.
That's the point. Yeah, you're
right.
That's
how they make their money, man.
And it really pissed me off. So it's not that hard to cancel, but what I found is you got to go to your laptop or desktop to do it. You can't do it on whatever you stream with, your phone or your Roku or whatever. Yep. It's very difficult to find and do that. So I read that somewhere online. So I went to my laptop and logged in. There, it's very easy to find. I thought it was anyway. And just cancel them all. But Mike Asbill's right. I have to go and check my cards to make sure they're not billing me. Let's see. Main reason we went to Mint. What's Mint, Jay?
Oh, are you talking about Mint Mobile? Isn't that Ryan Reynolds' thing or whatever?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have to pay off my phone, my daughter's phone, before I can take the number with me, because I'm not changing my number. That would be nuts. But maybe I should do that.
I think you can take your number on Mint, right?
Yeah, I have the same number.
Yeah, you can take your number anywhere, but not while I'm still paying off her phone.
Obviously, Rex has never watched the John Campea show because he doesn't know about Mint Mobile, because they do an ad for them like every video. I promise you. It's so nuts. I'm like, I'm so tired of seeing Ryan Reynolds talk about this.
God, too funny. I did hear something about that. Yeah, because I'm paying way too much for Verizon. I pay almost $200 a month for me and my daughter's phone. It's crazy, right?
Oh man, I pay $50 a month for mine. I use another one of those silly ones. What is it? Straight Talk or something like that? I don't know. It's something like that. It's one of those things that piggybacks on something else. I've never had a problem with my service.
Yeah, I gotta look into that because I'm paying way too much. But I have to pay off her phone. On the phone, right? Unknown? Yeah. So I gotta find out how much she still has to pay off on her phone. Yeah, it's
see, that's the other way that the phone companies they get you now, right? Because you have like phones are like $3,000 and you're like paying for it or something like that, dude. Yeah.
Remember the days when you got the phone for free?
Yeah,
that was nice.
I get them very cheap, but like my phone like is so outdated, Rex. It's so outdated, bro. The reason why I'm actually
at 12, dude.
My phone is
After
super
you
outdated,
update,
man.
It's
I'm
all,
like, I can't
all
put it.
messed up.
People all the time are like, hey, you should check out this app. I'm like, if I put another app on my phone, I think it's just gonna explode, man. Like I can't do it right now. I'm maxed out.
Net and wireless, $20 a month, unlimited everything. Ooh,
Oh, nice.
I gotta look into that. Yeah, I gotta find a cheaper phone service. This sucks.
Yeah, well, because imagine how many phones are out there. Because people are always upgrading, and if you don't mind a phone that's like 2 years old, you know what I'm saying? That's probably something that's probably why I can get these straight talk phones. They have options. They can be like, oh, you can get this one for free. You can get this one for 50. You get this one for 100. But because they're like, I guess a year or two old. I don't know. Phones seem to upgrade every 6 months. I don't know, man. That's how they put you, man. Could you imagine if you bought some shoes and they were like you had to buy shoelaces every month because they just disintegrated, they just disappeared or something?
So,
or like I don't know.
I think France is passing a law that you cannot allow something to become obsolete. You cannot design it to become obsolete.
I see.
I hope they pass that law because I like to see that come to the States, although I'm not optimistic it'll ever happen here. All right, so we're going to take our last final break. We'll do one more recap, and then we'll probably do the drawing. So hang out. We'll be right back.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra. Yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like,
no regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like I really did.
And just chat with each other and with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
All right, we're back. This really messed me up. What's up, man? All right, so Mike Asbill, been there, done that. So my daughter had her phone in like a pocket, and she was giving a lesson
big hitter, and she gets a comebacker, hits her in the leg, smashes the phone. So I got insurance after that for her phone, not mine. Phil, what's up? And to get them to replace a phone is not easy, dude. It's like almost not worth it. It's like almost like health insurance. Okay. Getting them to pay out a claim. And they never give you a new phone. They always give you a used one, a refurbished one, if you will. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. All right. So we're going to do a full RexCap. All right. Here we go. All right. So giveaway of the night. If you are just joining us like Phil, that the giveaway is Storm #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Kirstine Danica Lynn. Hashtag, as always, is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. Then Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, so a $40 retail or higher. And as always, we have $5. DF mystery box. I'm probably getting wrapped across the head for this one. 2 CGC 9.8s, or 2 metal covers, or 1 of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed. And we've got it tonight, one time only, for $70. Then Iron Man number 600 with Iron Man versus Thanos cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have for $65. Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that clip. Powerpuff Girls #1 with Powerpuff Girls cover sketch by Tracy Medina, Joe Del Beato, and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Witchblade #1 with Witchblade cover sketch by Josephine Tamarchio. MSRP of $149.99, but it's a new artist introductory price. And we had this one for $50. Support the new artists, guys. Batman Deadpool #1 with Deadpool cover sketch by Will Torres. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Sketch cover commissions. The artists that are available: Jessica Court, Tracy Medina, and Jake Grave. You pick the character and get to pick the blank. Absolute Batman set, issues #1 through #14. Various printings. And the printings are, hold on. Oops. Give me 1 second here, guys. #1 is 11th. #2 is 8th. #3 is 7th. #4 is 6th. #5 through #7 are 5th. #8 through #14 are 3rd printings. I can't believe no one's picked that up. All right. Then we have X-Men United #1, 125 ratio by Lou Pacino. Had that for 15. Then Amazing Spider-Man #46, Michael Cho variant. Had this one for $8. Then Star Wars Shadow Mall #1. Had that for $5. Then Sonic the Hedgehog #85. Had that for $5. Fire and Ice #1 movie poster cover signed by Sarah Frazetta. Had that for $50. Elvira in Harland #1 signed by David Avalone. Had that for $35. Then Spawn Scorch #17 signed in gold by Mark Brooks. Had that for $50. Then Dynamite books coming out Wednesday. Vampirella Armageddon #9, cover A by Francesco Mattina. Cover B by Lyrics Lee. Cover C by Joseph Michael Linzer. Cover D is the cosplay variant. Cover F, 110 ratio cosplay virgin. Cover G, the 110 ratio Linzer virgin. And those two are $10 each. Then cover H, the 115 ratio Lyrics Lee virgin. I got that for 15. Cover I, the 115 ratio Francesco Mattina virgin. Got that for 15. Then Thundercats Silverhawks Road to War #1. Cover A by Sebastian Perez. Cover B by Megan Hetrick. Cover C by Fabio Fela. Cover D by Declan Shalvey. Cover E by Animation Art, the Animation Art variant. Then cover F is the Blind Bag. Cover H, the 110 ratio Sebastian Perez black and white. Cover I, the 110 ratio Animation Art Virgin. All right. And then cover J, the 115 ratio Declan Shalvey Virgin. Then cover K, the 115 ratio Fabio Fefela Virgin. And then the 120 cover L, Sebastian Perez black and white. Then cover M, the 125 ratio Megan Hetrick Virgin. And then cover N, the 130 Sebastian Perez Virgin. And we had that one for $30. And those are the books coming out Wednesday. All right. So Robbie's movie night is tonight, and the movie is what was it again?
Martin from 1977, directed by George A. Romero, an unconventional vampire film that's very much underseen and underappreciated. It's going to be a great conversation in the middle of March Madness. Speaking of March Madness, the real March Madness is about to start happening, not our fake little March Madness. Anybody else have their team get snubbed? Auburn got left out. They were like one of the last 4 out or whatever, but you know, it is what it is, man.
If it's not George Mason, which has always been a mid-major that barely makes it in, except for the 1 year with that they made to the did they make it to the Final Four or the Elite 8?
I don't remember, but yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. The coach, shoot, I can't remember his name. I'm getting old. He went to Miami. Oh, Lord. So anyway, if it's not them, I just watch. I don't really care.
I'm just saying Auburn could have been a Cinderella story, but you know, whatever.
So Oscar talk. Yeah. Timothy Chalamet got snubbed.
I'm happy for Michael B. Jordan, though. Michael B. Jordan's a really solid actor. I haven't seen Sinners, nor have I seen Marty Supreme, so I can't compare performances or anything like that.
Well, I've not seen Marty Supreme. Okay.
Yeah.
And
you watched Sinners, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched Sinners.
Awesome movie, dude. So
yeah, it won Best Original Screenplay as well. What was it? One Battle After Another, won Best Picture, Best Director. What I was happy for as a fan of horror films, right, is I love seeing horror movies start getting some recognition. We had Weapons win, we had Frankenstein win, we had Sinners win. Like, I don't think that's happened at the Academy Awards where so many horror or horror adjacent films kind of won so many awards. I thought that was awesome.
So I have to be honest, I have not seen the Chalamet movie, but a movie about ping pong seems incredibly dull to me. I don't know what to say. So I probably will never watch it. Not that interested in ping pong. So I just can't even bring myself to watch it. I liked Timothy Chalamet. I thought his Paul Atreides in Dune was good. But I think he was trying to push too hard. He was trying to petition a little too hard. He was kind of being a John Cena heel, if you will. Sinners was just amazing.
Trust me, from experience, you don't win awards during a heel turn year. Okay.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But Sinners hit all the bases. It was a vampire movie, a very good one too. It was, I agree. So it was a vampire movie, a good one of the best I've ever seen. It was an interesting period piece, which I thought was interesting. And Michael B. Jordan played two roles in the movie, which was cool. The whole movie was just so well done. And obviously vampires are of interest to me, right? So did not see the DiCaprio movie. I've been meaning to watch it, but I just never got around to it.
I've been wanting to watch that one too. I've been hearing that like since it dropped, I've been hearing from people that was one of the better films of last year, including Sinners. And like I said, this was the rare year where I wasn't really caught up on a lot of these movies. I just kind of fell behind. But I'm already doing better this year. I think I've already watched more movies in the theater this year than I did the entirety of last year, maybe. But I don't know. I'm really excited to watch Sinners. I just haven't gotten around to it, and it's tough to do with the schedule sometimes. But that's definitely one on my list to do.
Movie, you should definitely watch it. You won't be disappointed. And
and I love Ryan Coogler. Like I love Black Panther. I hear Creed's really good, so I'm really happy to see that.
Creed was okay. I binged the Creed movies one night.
Yeah.
It was okay. He played I don't know how to put it. He didn't really test his ability, his acting ability, if you will. But in Sinners, you felt like he was reaching for it,
Preston, a lot of people, Preston has a question. Until Sinners, has there been a Best Picture horror film nomination since The Exorcist? A lot of people wouldn't count this movie as a horror film, but it is a horror film, Silence of the Lambs. There you go, Marcus, right there.
Okay, there you go. I would say that it's been a while since I saw a movie that wasn't a franchise, kind of thing, a superhero franchise, Star Wars kind of related movie. So, and I was talking to a friend, movies that provoke thought, okay, that you walk out, you don't know what you're going to expect, have become rarer and rarer as time goes on. And I feel like that's been the case. So Sinners, I felt like really kind of deserved to win. I do want to watch the DiCaprio movie. Just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, Sean Penn won his third Oscar for that one. And that's that ties him for only two other actors, I think, have 3 Academy Award wins, I believe. And I can't think of who they are right now. One's some old guy. The other one's Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is somebody else, and I don't remember who the other person is.
I got to be honest. I have not watched.
Sean Penn, what I love is that they keep letting Sean Penn win. Sean Penn doesn't care about the Oscars. He never shows up.
He didn't show up. So, for me, I haven't watched the Academy Awards in 20 years, maybe. The last time I remember watching it, we were still doing a pool at work over what's going to win,
I used to be super into that, man. Watching all the movies, filling out my form, seeing who makes it, like sometimes you put money on it, things like that. I used to be so into it. I would watch the show. I haven't watched it in years and years and years, man.
So do you know why they didn't have a tribute to Gene Hackman? I read a headline about that.
Did they not? Because I saw that they didn't have one for James Van Der Beek, and they didn't have one for Eric Dale, I think, or somebody, right? And maybe I'm misthinking, but I think I didn't know that. I didn't hear that. I didn't even watch when Chris Rock got slapped. I just watched that. But I didn't even hear that they didn't do a Gene Hackman one. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard they did not do a tribute to Gene Hackman.
Well, he was last year.
Oh, is that why? Was it last year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in it last year because he passed away right before last year's ceremony. So they got him into that one.
Oh man, has it been that long already? Oh, it's crazy.
I'm pretty sure.
Van Der Beek, I got to be honest. I mean, he wasn't that prolific an actor.
Yeah, but Varsity Blues is kind of a big a big film, like in general pop culture, I think.
I agree, it was, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's as big a deal.
They should have put James Van Der Beek in there, y'all. It was probably just happened too soon. They probably put that package together like 2 months ago or something.
Could be. You could be right there.
I don't know. Amy, you're a big movie person. What do you think about the Academy Awards and the results?
Sinners was Best Picture in my heart.
There you go. So
I'm happy about the wins it did get.
So one of the things that happened yesterday that makes me really feel like I would think Sinners is the best movie of last year is that it won Best Original Screenplay. My favorite movies of most years that don't win Best Picture always win Best Screenplay. If you think about it, like Pulp Fiction won Best Screenplay, Memento won Best Screenplay. There's so many great films that win Best Screenplay, but it's like that's the award they give you first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to, because even the people that win the Best Pictures and finally win Best Directors, like I haven't seen one battle after another. I've heard people say it's not the best Paul Thomas Anderson film, not what he should have won it for. When Denzel won his Academy Award, he definitely shouldn't have won for Training Day. He should have won for Malcolm X, right? Sometimes it feels like they make you wait longer. Martin Scorsese, why did it take a makeup award? Martin Scorsese only ever won Best Director.
The DiCaprio movie?
Yeah.
And what do you think?
I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it. I mean, I thought it was better than his past couple movies.
Fair enough.
My last example would be Martin Scorsese. Like The Departed, do you really think that's his best movie? Or do you think Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Goodfellas?
So many. There's
you know what
so
I'm saying?
many
It's always so weird. It's like that's probably why Timothée Chalamet didn't win this year, because they know he's young and they'll just wait and there'll be another movie, a role probably
he's been
not
kind of
as
a jerk lately too, though. That he doesn't help himself. Okay, and you know what everyone says: if you're dating a Kardashian / Jenner, it's bad mojo, man.
That's true. Kanye stopped winning awards, so
look at the dead bodies, okay, in their path.
You just wait. He's going to get the award for Best Actor, Rex, when he plays the giant sandworm in the upcoming Dune sequel.
You mean God Emperor Dune?
Yeah.
And again, I like Timothée Chalamet. I just feel like of late he's been too big a jerk. He's getting a little too full of himself, if you will. And he didn't help
who looked
himself.
sharp last night, though? I'm not usually the fashion guy. Do you know who looked really sharp last night? Pedro Pascal. Looked really sharp. Clean shaven, really nice white suit with this like frilly flower thing on it or whatever. I thought he was the Joker for a second. I thought some poison acid was going to spit out of that, man. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Poison acid. Too funny. All right. So
it's acid and it's poison. So it's like a 1-2.
Glad horror's getting better representation at the awards.
That was just a great movie, no matter how you slice the pie.
And I really liked what's her name winning for Weapons. That role is great in Weapons. And then I didn't see the movie, and I'm not really familiar with her performances, but Jessie Buckley wins Best Actress. I just saw her in The Bride, and I thought that's the best performance I've seen in 2026 so far. So I got to check out her work. Have you seen The Bride yet, Amy?
My timing has not been great these past few weeks. So unfortunately not yet. I want to. I really do.
Well, it's not doing very well. Not a lot of people are liking it. So it'll probably be streaming very, very soon. But I loved it. And especially her performance.
What's its Rotten Tomatoes score? Do you know?
I don't pay attention to that website.
No, I'm asking Robbie.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Because it's been having a hard time.
Yeah, but I really like it. It's getting a lot of comparisons to The Joker 2, which actually kind of makes sense because it's kind of similar in ways, but it's not. It's an unfair comparison, but I would say it's better. Its Rotten Tomato score right now is 57%, and its popcorn meter is 70. What's the difference between a tomato meter and a popcorn meter?
Popcorn is general public.
Yeah, that's the audience.
The popcorn meter is?
Yeah.
So 70% for audience, 57% for critics. So not as bad as people are making it.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not great, mind you, but it's not too bad. So, all right, Jake, let's spin that wheel.
Have you ever brought up memberships for EXP for YouTube? Did anybody know?
You mean subscribe? Thumbs up, subscribe, and join. Right?
That's the membership thing. Join, yeah.
I think we bring it up every show, but we didn't tonight.
Well, I guess
We did bring it up tonight. We just brought it up. Everybody should join up.
All right. So keep that in mind.
I just wanted to double check if there was anything I missed, relating to memberships. I don't know if Jay could explain it better or if you could explain it better, but
go ahead, Jay. You do it.
I just know that on the page there's a button that says join.
There we go.
That's literally all I know about.
Expert.
You can help support the EXP Live by becoming a member today. Click that join button, get exclusive access to something, I'm sure.
Thank you, Robbie.
There we go. Robbie's better at this. So yeah, but support us because all the support. You guys have been great, but tell your friends, have them watch. The more people we can get in, the farther the EXP will go. So definitely tell your friends, bring them into the room, have them check out this show, all the other shows. There are tons of shows now. All right, go ahead, spin that wheel, Jay.
Good luck, everybody. I hope Timothy Chalamet wins. Wouldn't that be crazy if he's here and he wins? I think Kenneth is on the list, right? Yep.
Oh, no, not Kenneth. Sorry.
Timothy Chalamet.
Space Case. Is he good, Jay?
Yes, Space Case is good.
All right, got it.
I just like saying Timothy Chalamet. That's a fun thing to say, isn't it?
It is. So again, if you haven't hit thumbs up, please do. Subscribe, definitely. And if you can join, Mark, it's too funny. If you can join, it helps us out because not all our shows are sales shows. Some of them are just pretty much review shows or talk shows. So unlike us, we're a combination of both. But definitely help us out because every new viewer helps us, in the long run. So looking for you guys, spread the word, get them on this channel, have them watch here, have them watch PCP. And I know like Triple B's show, trying to think who else has shows.
Kenneth has a live that he does every once in a while. Our buddy Lyle Hobson has a channel.
Lyle, that's right. Lyle's a great guy.
Jay himself has a channel. It's not that great, but he does have one. We should still support him.
Yeah, that's
true. You know what? I did see that thing that Kyle put up. One last thing. So on Wednesday show, I got to talk to Nick to figure out what we're doing, but more than likely a percentage of proceeds will end up going towards Wounded Warriors Project. It's an excellent charity, especially now. But I got to figure out details. So tune in Wednesday and we will find something. And even if you can't make it Wednesday, thank you, Jay, for putting the link up. But certainly a portion of proceeds of whatever we sell on Wednesday will probably go there. Okay.
Awesome.
Once
I just want to make this announcement too. First of all, I think that's awesome. Secondly, tonight on the PCP movie night for Martin, every super chat we get, a portion of the proceeds of that will be going to Timothy Chalamet. We're going to get him an in and out order. That's what we're going to do.
Ouch. He just loves saying that name. All right. So I'll be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. Me, Robbie, and hopefully John will be back Monday at 7 or at 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget Nick's original art show on Fridays. You never know what might happen. And that starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, all right? So be good. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Robbie, I'll see you on Monday.
Well, one more thing before we go, Rex. One more
Go
thing
ahead.
before we go. While you're watching the movie night, keep another tab open. Kyle is doing an all $5 show at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And then at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, we will have Best Coast Comics, and they are going to be talking about the canceled G.I. Joe movie, and Something is Killing the Children getting a novel, plus showing off community art.
There you go. So watch them both. All right. So again, appreciate you guys. See you on Wednesday. Be good. Stay out of the snow, the rain, tornadoes, whatever you're getting. You know, we're under tornado watch here. So it's weird. The weather is global warming. It's a real thing. All right. So I'll see you guys Wednesday. Peace.